Hi guys, so today I am going to be sharing with you another haul of auction goodies. This is part, I don't even know what part I'm on, but there are going to be a couple pieces that actually came from a recent auction that wasn't necessarily the folk art auction that I have been talking about. So I'm just going to go through everything. There's a decent amount of stuff to go through. So the first thing that I have is this Nippon vase. This is absolutely gorgeous. It is double handled and has this raised kind of almost like beaded texture around it. It is marked Royal Kinrin. And it looks like the lady originally paid $275 for this vase. Now, typically the Nippons that are the Royal Kinrin, which basically is kind of like what I just talked about, that like raised, textured, almost like beaded is how I would describe it. It's like a textured bead type of look. They can sell very, very high. I did pay $90 for this vase, and I listed it as a buy it now for $299. There is one other listed, and I think they have theirs listed for around 300 something. So I'd like to at least get that for it, but we shall see. I'm actually already sold. There's probably going to be a couple of things that I'm going to pop up that already sold before I had a chance to haul them, which is always good. So this is actually a wooden frog on a bicycle. So this would have been like one of those alebrije Mexican pieces. We paid $30 for the frog and it sold for $99.99. A couple of these pieces actually came on a tray of some stuff that I won, and this was just randomly on a tray. I thought it was really cute. I didn't win the tray specifically for this piece, it just came on there. But this is a little green ceramic bell pepper, so you could use this as like a planter type of thing. I thought it was super cute because it looked like a bell pepper. So I did list this as a buy it now for $19.99. Eric and I found two more of these framed scissor art pieces by this, what was this? S. Nichols Elliott. So this one here is of birdhouses, and it's in like a painted frame as well. All of the art was like cut with scissors. It's just like paper type art. So I listed these same price, buy it now, $39.99. There was also this one. This was another cat one. It says bath time for the fur bunch. It's got the kitty cats on it. So again, buy it now, $39.99. We got a bunch of these pictures. I think I paid $15 for all of them. I can't remember now off the top of my head. So I got this little wooden folk art piece of some kids building a snowman, and this is signed Valletta on the bottom. Hopefully you can see that all right. There is a little bit of discoloring to it from, you know, age, maybe where it was like sitting originally like in sunlight. I did pay $25 for this. It's by Frank and Elaine Valletta. That's what the Valletta stands for. And I have this listed for $150. I have a couple more of these Menno wooden folk art pieces. We had won some of these like the very first folk art auction we went to. And these are signed on the bottom. They'll say Menno. And they're basically just carved, painted pieces. This one here is of a goose. This came with the next one, and I'll show it to you. I paid $20 for the two of them. This one's listed as a buy it now for $45.99. And he actually came with the cow, and these are double-sided as well. So $20 for the pair of these, and I listed the cow for a buy it now of $59.99. The next two already sold. So these I paid $10 for the set of two, and they both went. The first one was of a pumpkin, and that sold for $39.99. And then there was another bird that sold for $64.99. And then there were two more that I paid $10, or no, I paid $20 for these two. And they both sold as well. The first one was a goat that sold for $59.99, and the other was a chicken that sold for $39.99. So that brings us back to another two. I paid $20 for these. So this one here is another duck, and I have this listed as a buy it now for $39.99. And then it came with this cardinal, and this is listed for a buy it now of $64.99. So I paid $20 for that set of two. And that brings us to the next set of things that already sold. And I do have one piece though that I can show you that hasn't sold yet, but these were by someone named Robert Kaufman. They were wooden, again, carved, painted folk art pieces, but they looked like little pull toys kind of thing. So we paid for all three of these that sold, we paid $10. So the first one that sold was a pig that sold for $24.99. Then there was also a rabbit, same price, sold $24.99. And then lastly, a goat, same price, sold $24.99. Then I do have this piece, and this is also by Robert Kaufman, so I can show you a signature on this one. This one's a little larger of a piece. It's of a wooden rocking horse. We did pay $10 for this one, and I have it listed for $39.99. And this is what the signature looks like on the bottom. You can see it says Robert Kaufman. They're like embedded into the wood. So really cute piece though. I like that one. This next item I'm going to have to get out of the box so I can show you a little better. I should have been a little more prepared with this. This is by a company called Franz. This is what the box looks like, Franz. I paid $25 for some frog related stuff, and I will show you everything that I have here. But this is a really cute frog. Oh my god, it's so stinking cute. So do you see how he's just chilling with his leg up in the air? And that is his marking. So really, really cute ceramic chilling frog. And that comes in its box. I have listed as a buy it now for $39.99. So here is another frog that was in that same lot that I paid $25 for. So this one is just like an iridescent type of frog. There is a signature on the bottom. This is by Z Zoology. This one I have listed for $89. These can actually sell pretty well. I know it's hard to see the maker's mark on that, but if you go to my listings, which are in my description, if you want to click on it and do a little search of this brand, you can see them probably a little bit better. And then it also, the lot that I won of the frogs came with all of these little stoneware tiles, and these are all by Surving, S-U-R-V-I-N-G, Surving Studios. So there was these two tiles, and then these two frog tiles. And I think the name is, I want to say, I didn't write it down. I think it's, yeah, it's Natalie Sturving is who made all of these stoneware frog tiles. So I listed those all together as the lot for $69.99. And this tile actually came on a tray of some stuff I won. And this is a ceramic tile by Howell. So that's the maker's mark on the back. So a pottery tile. And then it has this removable ceramic blue bird that goes into the top of the tile. So this here I have listed for $59.99. Guys, I have to tell you just the funniest, weirdest story. How things just kind of came around as to how they should be, I guess. So the folk art auction that I had won this tile at, I told Eric that there's supposed to be a bird on top of this tile and to look for the bird, because I didn't go to the auction that day. I just did all the research for Eric, and he went and I stayed home to list. But he never looked for the bird, right? And you see there's a little paper on the back of the tile that said bird is removable, but there was no bird in the tile. So Eric gets it home, and I was like, well, I'm sure I can probably still sell it anyway, but it's upsetting that it didn't have the bird, because obviously the bird belongs on it. So Eric's like, do you remember we had won a lamp at the auction prior to this one, and there was like a little bird sticking in one of the holes, and we're like, this doesn't look right. So we never listed that lamp yet. It's still in one of our totes we have to list. And he's like, that bird looks like the bird that was stuck in that lamp we bought. Sure enough, guys, this was the bird that was stuck in that lamp, and it belongs in the tile that we won. So what are the odds that we won the item that this bird wasn't supposed to be with originally, and we ended up with the bird still? So it's complete. That's a crazy thing that happened, I think. So really cool wooden folk art piece. This is of a lady hanging up her laundry on the clothesline. There's a little birdhouse there. This is by Carlton, so I'll show you the signature on it so you can see Carlton is marked. We paid $30 for this, and I have it listed as a buy it now for $169.99. Got a couple more Brum birds listed. So these are the copper enamel Brum birds on the burl wood. This one here has a pine cone on it with the two birds, and I always like to try and show you guys the signatures on these, just in case you would ever come across them out in the wild. I don't have a price down for these. We were buying them some in lots with other ones, so it's hard to give each one a true price since it was one with other pieces, right? So this one here I have listed as a buy it now for $225. This one's really cool. I like this one. This one only has one bird, but it's got the flowers, and there's a spider web on this one. Hopefully you can see it okay. So I like that one. This one here we have listed as a buy it now for $215. And this vase came on a tray with some other stuff. It's a little blue vase, and it is signed Van Briggle is the name of that maker. And I have this listed as a buy it now for $49.99. I couldn't say no to this piece because it's so unique. So this here is again painted wood folk art piece. You can put this on a wall, and it's of a cat with its head kind of looking down in a bowl, and it's got this long kind of string with a knob on the end, and when you pull down on it, his tail and head move. So it's kind of like animated. Oh, I love it. There's no maker's marks on it, so I'm not sure who made it, but I fell in love with it. And again, I forgot to put down the price on this, but I listed it for $49.99. So looks like they originally paid $45 at some point. It's a shame it doesn't have a signature, but I still think it's a really cool, unique piece. So I won a tray of mugs, and they were all like studio pottery mugs. They all have signatures on them, but the main reason that I wanted them was for a tile that was mixed in with all the mugs. I listed some of the mugs. I haven't listed them all yet, but they will eventually all get listed. But this was one of them. I thought this was so pretty. It has really wonderful like spring pastel Easter coloring with this fun little like raised design there underneath the handle, and this is signed by the maker. Her name is Susan Thuman, and this was, I guess, her business card. When I looked her up, I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find a website or anything like that, so I'm not quite sure why that is. Typically, you know, people have Etsy shops or at least websites. But anyway, I listed this on auction with a starting price of $19.99. Also, one of the Studio Pottery mugs on the tray. This one is just like a blue ribbed design, and this is marked Groundhog, and the company I think is called Groundhog Blues Pottery. So this one here I have listed as a buy it now for $14.99. All right, so I got 2 more of these white oak baskets by Daryl Arwejo. So you had seen I had won some of these in a prior auction, and I won 2 more. So this one here, I got a cha-ching. This one here has the wooden handle and then the wooden base. It's kind of got like a raised acorn look to it. It is signed and dated, and this one still has its original tag. It was originally $125 back when they purchased it. And I won the 2 baskets for $20, and I have this listed on auction with a starting price of $89.99. Same way with the next one, also a Daryl Arwejo basket. This one still also has a tag, but no original price. But again, wooden handle, doesn't have the wooden base though, but is signed and dated, and again put on auction with a starting price of $89.99. This pottery pitcher was on the same tray as the mugs. It's like a little pitcher. It's not a coffee mug. I cannot read the signature on this. I don't know if this is VAML or just VAM. I couldn't find any information, so I'm not quite sure. I mean, it's a nice pottery piece, but I really don't know much about it. I listed this on auction with a starting price of $19.99. I recently won this amazing cat at the auction. This is by Cardinal USA. It is marked here on the back. This is a ceramic cat. This is what they call a laundry sprinkler. I guess back when ironing, like everyone ironed their clothes, does anyone still iron their clothes? Maybe I'm just like a mess, but I don't iron clothing. The only time I feel like I've ironed something was when I was going somewhere where I had to look, you know, more professional kind of thing. That's the last time I ironed anything. But I guess you would put like starch in here, and then there's like a sprinkler top. They call it a laundry sprinkler. So that's what you would fill it with, I believe, starch. Anyway, this is a cat, and it's got these glass marble eyes. These are very collectible, especially if they still have their marble eyes, because a lot of the times if you find them, they're missing an eye or missing both eyes. So this one here was intact, in really good condition, still had its top and everything. I did pay, what did I pay for this guy? I paid $70 for this, and I listed it on auction with a starting price of $175. That's what the last one sold for, so that's what I'd like to get for it. And then there was one that sold without the eyeballs, I think for like $80, and it didn't even have its eyeballs. So definitely something to keep an eye out for. This next piece, oh my gosh, I don't even want to touch it, guys. I am such a klutz. I hate being surrounded by all of this breakable stuff, I swear. Oh my gosh, Michelle, please do not drop this thing. Okay, this is probably going to be a quick show. Oh my god, I'm scared. Bear with me, guys. This is a Fenton Epernay. It is a red ruby carnival glass Fenton Epernay. It's got 4, I can't count, 4 of the flower trumpets. Absolutely beautiful. Oh my gosh, this thing is amazing. Stunning, absolutely stunning piece. I love this. I'm gonna set it back down and then we'll talk about it, okay? That still has its Fenton sticker and everything like that. Now these Fenton Epernays, the ruby red carnival, very desirable color. I've sold a Fenton Epernay in the past. It was like a white milk glass hobnail. They still do sell, but this one is just like a magnificent one. We paid $160 for that piece, and I have it listed as a buy it now for $685. There's only one other listed, and I think they have theirs listed for like 700 something. So I still think we got that at a really good deal. I feel like a lot of people were just like, I don't know about shipping that kind of thing, but you know, sometimes you just gotta go out on a limb and just do the dang thing. So we ended up winning it, and I'm so happy about that. I think we got that at a great price, and I do think it will eventually sell for our asking price. Okay, here's another interesting one. We won this art glass vase. Look at how stinking tiny this thing is. It's a miniature art glass vase. There is a little dragonfly on it. Beautifully made, signed on the bottom. This is made by someone named John Gilvey, and it's from 1999. This is what the signature says. We paid $120 for this little miniature vase, and we have it listed as a buy it now for $289. So just so cute. I mean, art glass is good. Art glass that is signed, better. Art glass that's miniature, even better. So this has like all the makings of a really remarkable piece. So that was an exciting score there. So we won some more of the Bob Gouge birds. These are by the Danbury Mint, and every Bob Gouge bird that we have won at the auction sells. Like they're just constantly selling. So this one here is called Playful Pair, and it has two birdies on. The one is like all leaned back, like he's getting ready for a kiss or something like that. This one here is listed for $49.99. We do have that on auction. And I think we paid about, I'm going to say $18 for this one. This one is another Bob Gouge. It's called Gentle Beauty. And we also have this one on auction with a starting price of $49.99. One is called Cheerful Companion, and again on auction with a starting price of $49.99. Some of these typically when you come across them, and even like ones you see listed and sold, do have issues. It happens with these because they're so intricate kind of thing. So some of them do have a little bit of issue to them, and you can probably see a little bit of, you know, where some of the issues are, but they still do sell. People still do want them even with the issues. I got this really nice old jewelry box. I won this with another one for $10. The other one has one small issue that I'm going to fix. The glass in it came like unglued kind of thing, so I'm gonna fix that one, or I'll have Eric fix it. And this one is like a metal brass, and the feet are these little cherubs, like they're holding up the jewelry box, and it has that open casket top, and then the inside is lined in like a red velvet. So these types of jewelry boxes are desirable. People do like them. This is nice, heavy, very good quality. So $10. And I got another one, and this I have on auction with a starting price of $49.99. I got another Bob Gouge. This is another Bob Gouge bird piece by Danbury Mint. This one is really really like, I'm scared about us shipping this one, but like I said, you just sometimes gotta do the dang thing. So this one here we won for $15, and I have it on auction with a starting price of $59. So that's a really cool one. All right, I won two of these cloisonne vases, and this one here is blue, and there are these koi fish on it. Really, really pretty. So a pair of these for $35. This one here I have listed on auction with a starting price of $119. And then it came with this one here, which is another cloisonne blue vase. This one is marked Ando cloisonne. So this one has more of like a floral design on the front. And this one here I have listed on auction with a starting price of $99.99. I have another Carlton piece. So this is made by the same person who made the lady hanging her clothes on the clothesline. And this one is of a man and lady building a snowman with some cardinals around them. So again, marked Carlton. This one we paid $25 for, and I have it listed as a buy it now for $169.99. This pretty large Jinbari cloisonne vase. I know it's hard to see, but there is flowers on there and amongst all that shimmer. I know it's kind of hard to see on camera because I got the glare from the light, but this is like a large one. This one here I have on auction with a starting price of $119.99. Okay, so this is the tile that was on the tray with all of the Studio Pottery mugs. This is what I wanted off of that tray. I don't know why this tile was just randomly with a bunch of coffee mugs, but it was. So this is a tile by Motawi Tile Works. They're out of Ann Arbor, Michigan, and this one has this really cool depiction of a cardinal on it. These can sell really, really well. This here I have on auction. It's currently at $56.99 with 22 watchers. That's a lot of watchers on this random little tile here. So that was a good pickup, and like I said, that's why I wanted that tray. So there's a good chance that'll sell for more than that, but we'll see. Next thing that I have to show are these glass flowers. These are all glass. Look at the stem on this. Absolutely so large. I'm pretty sure these are by Mikasa, I want to say. And I have 3 of them. I'm not going to show you all of them. They all look the same, but it's a set of 3. And I have these listed as a buy it now for $64.99. So I know a lot of people do like to decorate with these glass flowers. They can be pretty popular. So got 3 of those, and I listed them all together on my table just to make sure that I showed everything. That's everything that I'm going to have for this haul. I want to check that cha-ching. I always like checking the cha-chings while I get one when I'm on with you guys. I sold a philosophy item, and I got paid for two things that had sold on auction. So that's awesome. I love when everyone pays for their stuff and I don't have non-paying bidders. That's the best. Because that's the one thing with running stuff on auction is there's always a chance that your buyer is not going to pay. And thankfully, I haven't had a non-payer in a while. Oh my gosh, I don't have any wood to knock on. I'm gonna knock on one of these just because it has been a while. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. You'll have to let me know what you thought down in the comments. I want to thank anyone who did show up for my last Whatnot sale. I feel like I didn't sell as much as I did the first show. To me, like, doing Whatnot shows isn't about making money. It is about just getting stuff out of my inventory so I have room for other stuff, because I'm constantly bringing stuff in and that kind of thing. So if I can clear stuff out, that is what I'm looking to do. I normally run all of my stuff at like $5, which I think is a pretty good deal, because obviously everything is listed for more than that, you know, on eBay and stuff like that. So I'm going to be doing my next Whatnot show. It's going to be an all glass show. So if anyone's interested in that, I'll leave a link to the show down in my description so you can bookmark it if you're interested. I will have swung vases, some fairy lamps, Fenton pieces, and that type of thing. A lot of it is stuff that I pull from my eBay listings because I want it out. It's either been sitting for a while and I just want to clear off shelf space basically, because I know I've said it numerous times, I live in a townhouse, so I am working with very limited space as it is. So I need to clear off my shelves from time to time so I can make room for some other stuff, especially some more like expensive pieces. I like getting those types of pieces in, but obviously I still like to sell, you know, the more lower end type of pieces, because that all adds up in the long run. I would not snub a $20 bill just because, you know what I mean? So, you know, I like variety as far as, you know, reselling goes. But yeah, I'll leave a link in my description if you're interested in checking that one out. So yeah, let me know what you thought down in the comments, and I will see you next time.